But yeah, I don't think that they've put up a great showing so far today. And again, just reiterating, I do want to compliment Depp's team. I think they're handling objections much better today than they have been, and that's been refreshing to see. So that's good stuff.
Because they're going sidebar, you think?
Look, I'm going to take the credit and say yes. Because that's what I was saying yesterday is like, you're not doing well from the table. And I don't know if it's just because they feel like they didn't have time, they were under pressure or what, but I suggested yesterday, like if I were in their shoes, I would start going to sidebar more because it gives me an extra 10, 15 seconds to think about my objection and how I'm going to argue it. Plus you get a little bit more back and forth up at the bench than you do from just making one statement at a time. And then they did it today. So like I said, I take credit. I take credit for all of it.
You know, yeah. I know you say it as a joke, but in all complete honesty and sincerity, I've been thinking about this after you said that. You know, because this is such a highly publicized trial, and there is the court of public opinion is you basically have a pre-jury jury. You have kind of like a voluntary focus group all across the internet that you get to nitpick at and listen to and literally just analyze as the trial is going on. And I can't imagine, imagine like a whole team sitting in a room as we speak, listening and watching and seeing, well, after day one, after day two, what did we, I'm dead serious. So don't be mistaken that your words on some level probably have been heard by and analyzed by some member of both the Depp and the Heard teams, and just because of the sheer publicity of this case.
I prefer. Go ahead, Nick.
Oh, I was just gonna say, hey, Amber's team, if you're listening, soften that girl up. She's too sour. Too sour. You can't have that.
I think that happens tomorrow, man. I'm telling you.
There's clips of her lawyer whispering in her ear and then her changing her expression immediately on Twitter. I saw one of those, which I thought was interesting.
Good.
I prefer because she went
from smile to scowl in that one.
Wild.
Like
very interesting. Too many cameras for that. But did you notice that a couple times Johnny Depp's lawyers would object, ask to come to sidebar, and the judge would say, "What's your objection?" and make them almost use some speaking objections, which is very unusual. Most judges hate speaking objections. So I thought that was interesting. That it's almost like seems like a judge's preference in this case.
Yeah, she's let them go. That was the frustrating part, is that she was letting them do speaking objections. And I generally prefer them for the purposes of trial coverage because we get to hear what's going on. But she was letting them do speaking objections, but they weren't taking advantage of it. And my speculation, I think there was some level of discomfort or nervousness or something